Hey everybody, welcome to another exciting episode of Javier in the Air. So, some technical difficulty again last weekend. I'm not sure what I'm going to do to try to resolve this, but I'm back now. So, welcome. If this is your first time coming to the show, welcome to Javier in the Air. Last week I did have a cider tasting, so that's going to be part of our extended spirit time episode. And so it's going to have that, and it's going to have me trying another cider that didn't make it to the event because it showed up too late. So we're going to have a fun time. But first, we're going to have our trash in the hood. Now, for those of you who don't know, I've been doing this for about 65 weeks now. And what this is comprised of me walking around the neighborhood, picking up trash as I walk. Now, there's two reasons for that. First reason is because I need to get in shape, and the second reason is that now it helps to clean up the neighborhood. So there's a lot of stuff all over the place that may come into your neighborhood as well, and so I walk around different routes in my neighborhood to pick up whatever I can. I'm finding some really weird, unusual things, which I am going to have a project for those items here in the future. Everything else I throw into recycle. So I get a lot of feedback on that, a lot of positive feedback, so I appreciate the positive feedback. I haven't really received any negative feedback, like how dare you pick up cigarette butts on an empty street. So I'm going to keep doing it. So let's go ahead and go into our Trash in the Hood. Dark Frog Social Media presents Trash in the Hood, week 64 and 65. Hey everybody, so here's week 64, day one. I'm actually doing week 64 and 65 for today since I wasn't able to last week. So the normal amount of stuff. Now if you look at the middle left, you see some Swisher Sweets and a strawberry watermelon vape pen, which is very odd. And then the usual stuff. And so here is day 2. And you'll see again the cigarettes, but not as heavy bunch of junk, though there was some cigarette boxes in there and plastic all over the place, which is funny. Not funny that plastic is all over the place, especially in this day and age. We're all kind of used to it now. So here's some Burr Acorns at the top left, a deodorant stick, water bottles, some masks, and then of course a large number of actual cigarette butts. That was day 4. And then I went through my normal Java walk, and I found an actual insulated lunch bag, a bunch of water bottles, a bunch of beverage containers and to-go containers, and then of course the normal amount of cigarette butts. This is the route that I go up Hatch and go down Meadowlark and hit Little Elm Trail and go get some coffee at Mojo Coffee. And here we are, week 65. This is week 65, day 1, so it's a Monday. A large number of cigarette butts, which I'm not surprised at. A kind of a weird garage door opener at top left, along with the vape pen box and a standard cigarette box. A couple of gloves, and I think there was a sock there and a mask and just a bunch of junk. And people ask me, are you here to make people feel bad? I am. I'm not going to be direct about it though, because I don't know the places and who people are dropping off stuff. So this is day 3. Cigarette boxes, beverage cans, to-go containers, actual beer bottle, a bunch of cigarette butts, a lot of cigarette butts actually, and some to-go bags, drive-through bags type of thing, and a bunch of water bottle tops. It's amazing the amount of water bottle tops I find compared to the amount of water bottles. So here is the day 6. This was the Java walk again. So here we are with a bunch of cigarette butts. Top left is something actually I like to call a preventative, old school name. If those of you know what that is, it's scary that I found one. For those of you who don't know, look it up. There's a vape pen, cigarette box, some again beer bottle cans, and a tie-down strap, which happens to pops up more often than you think, and another sock, but yet none of the socks match. So very interesting out there in Trash in the Hood. So there you have weeks 64 and 65 of Trash in the Hood. Now, I did get some feedback asking why I started to do that, and I explained pretty much why. But another thing is, why do I continue to do it? And one, it holds me accountable to go out and walk. And two, it helps clean up the neighborhood. I don't know about you, but I don't like driving through my neighborhood when I come home from work or when I go out to see friends and I come back and there's just massive amounts of junk up and down the streets. It looks bad, it looks filthy, and it really detracts from the neighborhood. So I will continue to do this for as long as I can, and hopefully, if others get motivated, good for them. Not trying to press people into doing it. You should want to do it because you want to do it, and that's all there is to it. So let's now go to a Zen moment, which I didn't have for a while, and then we'll get into the cider. So there's a great, I'm working on a great project for the Zen moment. It'll probably be another couple of months. I might do it towards the end of the year because it's going to have to be a 2 or 3 part episode. So I'm hoping that it will work out great. Until then, let's see what we got. Okay, so there you have a nice Halloween spook fest for your Zen moments. I hope you enjoyed that. Um, Also, getting some good feedback on the Zen moments and all the other sections. Actually, only ever been some negative feedback for some of the sections that I don't show anymore, or I don't show on a regular basis. So good times, good times. And I appreciate any and all feedback. So if you have any comments, thoughts, suggestions, please send them my way, either on my YouTube channel, Javier in the Air, which also has the handle Javier in the Air 01, or you can reach out to me via on Facebook, Instagram, AOL if you have it. And so just reach out. Let me know what you may want to see, or what you may be interested in, or maybe you want to get on the show and maybe co-host an episode or two. I think that'll be great. So let's go ahead and go to the what is basically going to be the rest of the show, which is about cider, or as I like to say, cider. So last weekend, last Saturday to be exact, I had a cider tasting party, which was voted on by the group. They wanted to do cider, and so there you have it. We had a bunch of different kinds of cider, some really good ones, some that were not too good, but that's okay. That's how you do it. And so we will be so we had the cider party. We had 10 entries. I'm looking at the board. We had 10 entries. Winning entry was the Koparberg Strawberry Kiwi, which was brought by the Takashitas. Of course, they won again. So, but it really was, for everyone, it was really their go-to cider. So That was the one by far. It had the most votes. So there you have it. So we are going to go to look at the ciders that we had at that, and I will give some feedback on that. And then when we come back, additional to this spirit time, we're going to have another cider, like I said in the beginning of the show, that didn't make it to the party because it showed up late. So I'm going to taste it myself and see how it goes. So let's go to the cider tasting. Dark Frog Social Media presents Spirit Time special episode. These weeks, cider tasting and then cider. Hey everybody, so we started out with Austin East Ciders, their Gold Imperial Cider, which was really on the dry side, and it wasn't a lot of people's favorites, but 2 people liked it. Also, then we followed up with Magner's Irish Cider, which was also pretty dry. So that was probably for the best, because from then on it started getting sweet. My submission was Austin East Cider's Cherry Lime Cider. And then James Takashita brought the White Peach Sparkling Cider, which was actually really, really good. Not too sweet, and definitely not tart or dry or anything like that. And then to the left, there's the winner, Kopparberg's Strawberry Kiwi, which tasted like a Jolly Rancher, and people loved it, that it did so. But still wasn't overly sweet, but was still pretty sweet. If you really like dry ciders, you would not like this one. And then to the left of that was another Kopparberg, their Pear, which wasn't that great. Then there's a couple more. Danielle, first timer, brought a Lavender Royale, which was honey and lavender. And then Chris brought a Ace, which was also a pear and vanilla this time cider. So then we followed those up. Sorry about that. So then we followed up with 2 other runs from Texas Keeper. Unfortunately, I couldn't find a photo I had of that. So it was a Texas Keeper Rosé, which was really quite nice. And then the other one was Texas Keeper's Charisse. So the Charisse was probably a little bit on the sweet but dry side as well, but the rosé actually turned out to be very nice, had a nice finish to it. So like I said, the winner was Kopparberg Strawberry Kiwi, and we haven't decided on what the next one tasting's gonna be. So if you have any thoughts on what the next one could be, and it's supposed to be a wine, but since we might do a brunch as well, so then that opens up everything. So if you have any ideas, please let me know. So everyone, there is our cider tasting. This happened last week, October 14th, which was my oldest sister's birthday. Happy birthday, Aida. And so great time was had by all. Everybody took home most of their cider, so that's a good thing. I don't want too much cider around because it's pretty sweet. So however, I was trying to get some cider in that Brother Rob was going to bring, or at least give to me so that I could have for the tasting, and it didn't make it in time. And there's a couple of them, but there's one in particular that I wanted to showcase, and so it just seems so very interesting, and it has a great story with it. So let me I'm going to put on the glasses now, and I'm going to read you. This is Shilling Cider House. This is their Excelsior Imperial Mango, 9.1% ABV. So I'm already liking it. Shilling, let me see if I can get the light on here. Shilling is made in the Pacific Northwest. It is from Shilling Cider House, of course. Auburn, Washington. So it's a crazy looking can, which is great. Yes, that is a giraffe in an astronaut helmet, touting its 9.1 ABV. And then it has this great story that I have to tell you. I have to read. Sorry, my glasses are out of it. So here we go. Excelsior, adjective meaning ever upward. Space, the final frontier. Shilling Cider's mission has always been to boldly go where no cider has gone before, constantly searching the cosmos for the finest ingredients. With this goal in mind, the crew of Starship Shilling set off to complete their mission. Excelsior Mango Supernova. First, the Shilling Cider crew landed on the galaxy's greatest grove of sun-kissed mangoes, which paired perfectly with Pacific Northwest grown apples and European heirloom cider fruit. Next, they took a juicy jaunt in search of luscious limes for the perfect pinch of zest. Finally, our Star Trekkers blasted off to deep space, 9.1% ABV, to create Excelsior Mango, the next step in the Excelsior interplanetary journey. These are the stories of Starship Excelsior. So I think that is perfect and pairs well with Javier in the Air, so I wanted to get that story out there. So there you have it. So perfect. There it is again for those of you who may not have seen it. Yes, that is a giraffe in an astronaut helmet. Let's open this up and see what we get. So I got my Lagunitas with their dog on the glass. This is their big mouth glass that I got in Duluth, Georgia, many years ago. Oh, I think I can get the whole thing in there, and I can. Perfect. So here it is. You know, ciders are usually yellowish in color, so don't be confused if you've never had a cider before. It's almost beer color as well. You can really smell the mango on there. Wow, this is very good. While it's heading towards the dry side, there's still some sweetness in there, so you don't get that too dry, but you don't get that Jolly Rancher, as I like to call it, taste that you have on the super sweet ones. A little bit of effervescence in there. Very smooth. I think this would be perfect for a summer day outside, picnic, maybe grilling out if you're not prone to beer. Also, I think it would be good if you made like shaved ice and you poured this on top of that. Could also be good. I don't know how it would go. You don't want to have it with like too much dessert, because then the sweets are just going to overload each other. But maybe some nice lamb, or some a nice steak, or maybe even some hamburgers that would go well with it. I personally would probably just drink this on its own. It's got the right ABV for me. It's got the right taste. It's not too sweet. I wouldn't want to have too many of them, because then it would be overly sweet. But I can see myself just drinking one of these as I enjoy my backyard on a summer day. Well, Texas summers are brutal. So when I say, let me call it a Austin summer day, or a Cedar Park Austin summer day, I'm meaning more now, like October, November, where you're able to go outside without losing your skin. So I'm going to give this 8 thumbs up. 8 thumbs up for Shilling Cider House and their Mango Supernova. So Excelsior Mango Supernova, and it's great. Now, Shilling, if you're watching this and you think you deserved higher thumbs, please feel free to reach out to me, Javier in the Air. My handle is Javier in the Air 01 on YouTube, and then you could always ship some more cider my way. I can have you on the show so we can discuss why I gave it an 8 as opposed to why you may give it more than that. But well done. This is the first time I've had anything from Shilling. Very well done, and I will look forward to seeing if I get any more from you guys. If you sell or distribute to the Austin Cedar Park area, I'd reach out to Scott at Brewtique and see if he's interested. He loves to have new ciders and beers and all that, so it'd be great. So there is our show for the day. It's a little bit short, just a little bit over 21 minutes. I appreciate everyone who watched it. Thank you. If this is your first time watching, please follow my show, Javier In The Air. And if you'd like to see something, just let me know. We're coming into the grand holiday season, which kicks off with the Feast of Samhain, aka or Samhain, depending on how you come across that word, which aka is Halloween, which comes up in about 2 weekends, actually in about a week, 8 days. And then from there, we fast forward to Thanksgiving, which fast forwards into Christmas. Now, these weeks have already been zooming by, and they will zoom by because that's how the holiday season works. So if you'd like to see something special for Thanksgiving or Christmas, please be sure and let me know. I try to have a big ending for season 4 of Javier In The Air, which then will lead us into season 5. So I'm hoping to have some big things on the next couple of weeks. I hope everyone looks forward to it. I know I'm going to look forward to it. So I will see everybody again next week. Have a good one and have a safe work week.